After an exciting FIFA date of national team football, it is back to the club football and the Turkish top flight, the tightest title race in all of European club football. I'm George D. Metellus, and welcome to the Turkish Super League Highlight Show, Round 27 recap. Here's what we have for you coming up on the program. Fenerbahce, to keep their title hopes alive, they needed a big 3 points as they took on Kayserispor, the team that is the reigning champions, Besiktas. They had a big match against a tricky Alanyaspor side, and also we will have the best of round 27 here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show. Let's begin, however, with the champions, the Black Eagles of Besiktas, and their matchup against Alanyaspor. Eric Krakow, are you ready to see the action here at Vodafone Arena? As the southernmost team taking the trip north to Istanbul. And 9 minutes in, it's a chance for the visitors, thanks to their Cameroonian striker, Mbila Etame.
Good pace, nifty footwork, as you'll see in the replay from the forward, and a hard dipping shot, forcing the save from the Spaniard, Fabri. And then it would be another Spaniard over here, Alvaro Negredo, a.k.a. Zorro, hitting it just high and wide with his weaker foot.
Yeah, I can see why you call him Zorro, because he's wearing that mask there. Besiktas coming off the 1-0 loss at Istanbul Başakşehir. Ryan Babel forcing a save from Eydar Yilmaz.
The Dutchman has been rewarded with a return to the national team. Scored against Portugal last week during the international break.
Yep. 29th minute. This is what they call in Brazil a golaço. Oh, look at the curve here. Anderson Talisca doing his best Roberto Carlos impression.
Yeah, that left foot has made the Brazilian into a major transfer target this coming summer. Expect him to move somewhere like the Premier League.
Yep, rumors that Anderson Talisca are going to Roma. Another chance here. Emre Baba, Emre Akbaba with the shot that goes over the crossbar. And then Talisca looking for a brace, but just missed it there.
Not an impressive outing by any means, but enough to get the 3 points for Besiktas.
As Besiktas bounce back from the 1-0 loss at Istanbul Başakşehir. Speaking of Başakşehir, they were on the road against Akhisarspor. 13 minutes in, it's the home team with the opening strike.
Serginho completely unmarked in the box. It would have to be a big mistake to miss from there.
So Akhisarspor with the 1-0 advantage. 10 minutes later, Başakşehir with a chance. And a big save here by Milan Lukac.
Spectacular double save from Lukac. Very quickly back on his feet to deny Elia with his feet.
Akhisarspor coming into this match off of a 1-1 draw at Gençlerbirliği, and Yevhen Sheleznyov, who's been lighting it up, but he's denied here by Volkan Babakan.
Good hold-up play and pass into space by Larsen. Sheleznyov needed to do better, and they would pay for it as Başakşehir would draw level. It is Elero Elia at the second post. Great work from Ugur Ushar. Look at this lovely cross after a 1-2 on the right-hand side. Can't miss from there.
And good assist there by Ushar, and it is 1-1 at this point. But as is the case often in the Turkish top flight, there's a late goal either to win it or to salvage a point. This time, it's Edin Visca, usually handing out the goals. This time he scores them.
Yeah, some questions about whether the ball was out of play. Cross coming in, Visca making a run to the near post like a striker, and he slots it away.
Yeah, Başakşehir had 4 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss in their last 6 matches. Sivasspor with Robinho in the lineup against Karabükspor, I should say. TV with the first chance. And would Sivasspor be the next team to pick up 3 points against Karabükspor? They look strong, though. Karabükspor there with a good response.
Ergin Keles hits the ball wide with his head. Tolga Nashar in no man's land. Lucky that ball was off target. And look at this nifty flick from TV. And Robinho trying to surprise the goalkeeper at the near post, but isn't able to do so, forcing a nice fingertip save. But TV would score for Sivasspor. Good hit on the half volley. This is not an easy ball, bobbling before getting to the forward.
And the Congo international making 1-0 at the Yeni Dort Eylül Stadium. Another chance for Sivasspor here by Robinho.
A little bit selfish from Robinho. And then Karabükspor could have tied. It's Osman Çelik forcing the save from Tolgahan Ashar. It sure had him, but a strong arm nonetheless.
And what a surprise, Karabükspor lost. As Sivasspor takes the 3 points. Antalyaspor at home against Bursaspor at the Antalya Stadium. And 5 minutes in, it's Bursaspor, the visitors, with a chance.
Gires Kembo Okoko just wide. Ruud Buffon had the goal covered, though. And it would be Antalyaspor opening the score. Cross from the left-hand side. Deniz Kada wins the 50-50 battle for the ball. Shoots with his left foot, and then it's Deniz Kada, Maicon with the rebound. Good work from Kada. He'd be very good in this game.
Antalyaspor with the 1-0 advantage, coming off a 3-2 victory at Kasımpaşa last week. Bursaspor on a 5-game road losing streak. And it looked like maybe another goal for Antalyaspor, but it's disallowed.
Yeah, and rightly disallowed. The pass from Sangare is good, but you can see that Diego Angelo is actually in an offside position when the ball gets to him. And then look at this beauty to seal the win for Antalyaspor. Deniz Kada, as I said before, so good in this game. Beautiful cushion pass from Suleiman Dukara, and there's no stopping that.
We hope you are enjoying the fun football action on this Turkish Super League Highlight Show Round 27 recap. Now, on the other side, we'll get to that big matchup, an entertaining game between Galatasaray and Trabzonspor. We'll also take a look at Fenerbahce needing 3 points to keep their title hopes alive. And we will also hear from current Swansea manager Carlos Carvajal, who used to manage Besiktas. He talks about how the Turkish Super League prepared him for Premier League coaching and managing. So much more coming up on the other side here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show on beIN Sports. Thank you for joining us on this Round 27 recap of the Turkish Super League Highlight Show. Let's get into the marquee matchup of the round. Galatasaray hosting Trabzonspor in a matchup of two top 5 teams. Big fun at the Turk Telecom Arena. Galatasaray trying to bounce back after that scoreless draw at Fenerbahce and Trabzonspor. Big win last week, 4-1, or last round, I should say. 4-1 versus Yeni Malatyaspor. And early on, it's the Lions of Galatasaray with some hard work and the first chance. And it's a goal.
Sofian Feghouli with the finish. He fluffs his initial shot, but keeps his eyes on the play, as we'll see here. Gets back into a position.
How about Mariano winning the ball back deep in their attacking third to set up the goal as well?
Is he trying to pass the ball? We're not sure, but it ends up where it needed to be. And then another opportunity here, a little bit of selfishness from Bafetimi Gomi. The ball ends up at Selçuk İnan's feet, and he hits it just wide of the mark.
Well, that was very close to being a second goal for Galatasaray very early in this match. As Trabzonspor, they've won 3 of their last 4 coming in. Ooh, this is a chance for an equalizer. Oh, what a big save here.
Terrific pass from Jose Sosa, and you'll see on the right that Burak Yilmaz complains that he doesn't get the ball, and he can complain all he wants because he's in an offside position.
Right.
He's actually been offside 49 times this season.
Who does he think he is? Pipo Inzaghi? What is going on there with Burak Yilmaz? Well, here's the goal, Krali. This is a goal, Krali-worthy goal by Bafetimi Gomis.
And better than the goal is this celebration. Let me out! Fantastic stuff from the French forward. Not an easy finish. Onur Kivrak does touch the ball, but not enough.
You cannot tame the leader of the pride of Lions. And then maybe the goal of the year.
Oh, this is an outrageous attempt from Juraj Kuška, the Slovakian. Hardly any time to measure his shot. Just reacting very quickly after the foul. And he tucks it in under the corner of the crossbar. No chance for Fernando Muslera.
2-1 is the final for Galatasaray. Guess who is still in first place? The Lions. All right, Yeni Malatyaspor against Gençlerbirliği in the Yeni Malatya Stadium. And 9 minutes in, it is the side from Ankara able to get the first goal. This is a pretty sweet goal by Stefan Sessegnon.
He's been very good this season. That shot perfectly placed across the face of goal. No chance for the goalkeeper. And then look at this. That's how you defend a free kick. But unfortunately, that is illegal. A little bit of a distraction, though, for the goalkeeper. And Aitak Kara taking full advantage of it, powering a pile driver into the corner.
This is a great goal there by Tashkara, and it's 1-1. Now, last week, Yeni Malatyaspor lost to Trabzonspor 4-1. Well, 70th minute, it's about to be 2-1 for the recently promoted side.
And how about that delightful cutting cross from Issam Shabake, taking out two defenders at the far post, and then Michael Pereira with the easy part, the header. It would be all Yeni Malatyaspor in this game after that early goal from Gençer Birliği and Gilberto or Giba. Lovely first touch to settle the ball, and then whacking it in into the corner.
What a great piece of skill and technique there by Giba. But Giba would not be done, because in second half stoppage time, with the result in favor of Yeni Malatyaspor, it's all about margin of victory. He gets a brace, and last week Yeni Malatyaspor lost 4-1. This week they win, or last round I should say they lost 4-1, and against Gençer Birliği they win 4-1.
No chance for the goalkeeper here.
I have to make sure I say last round and not last week, because last week was the FIFA break. I got to make sure I get that right in my head. All right, two teams in a relegation battle. Osmanlispor versus Konyaspor. Osmanli Stadium in Ankara, and a chance early on, 7 minutes in, Aris Yahovic.
A clash between two of my favorite keepers, Idrunas Karsemaskas and Serkan Kirintili, and that was Adis Jahovic with that chance. He's not found the scoring touch that made him so deadly at Göztepe.
Ooh, what a great bending effort there, Serkan Kirintili with the save. Then Osmanlispor probably have the smoothest road jerseys, those black kits with the ring around them. Is this a penalty, Eric? What do you think here?
Well, it's a penalty if Serdar Gürler is tripped by the invisible man.
Yeah.
Goes down like a ton of bricks. He should have seen yellow, but he doesn't. And then Adis Jahovic was trying to get his third of the season for Konyaspor, shooting hard at Karsemaskas, but it will not go.
Yep, Eto did come on as a second half substitute, but it did not lead to any goals. 0-0 is the result. Göztepe versus Kasımpaşa, and the Istanbul club taking the trip to Izmir on the coast of the Aegean Sea. And it's Kasımpaşa, 24 minutes in, Veysel Sari with the opening goal, the captain of Kasımpaşa.
And this goal, a result of the defense not pushing up quickly enough. Sari clearly onside. But look at this touch with his chest, finishing it off like a striker.
Göztepe coming into this match, 1-1 draw at Alanyaspor, but Göztepe have been on a 6-game home unbeaten run. Dembaba with a chance in the 30th minute, and then this one goes over the line into the back of the net, but it will not count.
Yeah, it gets disallowed. A push on Sadi, but I didn't see much of a push. The arm is extended, and that is what forces the whistle. But very lucky for Kasımpaşa.
Yep.
Luck again on this shot coming from Andre Poco, who scored against Galatasaray in his first game for Göztepe, but hasn't been informed since that fateful day.
And once again, trying to filter it through. Well done to win it back. Then Dembaba on the front door, but Ramazan Koza shuts it down.
And then Koza again, he had a spectacular game, denying Göztepe over and over, who would go a man down. Second yellow, a handball by Milos Kosanovic.
Then Kasımpaşa looking to break. Plenty of space here for Kasımpaşa on the break. Oh, and Trezeguet in the area. He's lethal. And that is the second goal in the game sealer for the Istanbul club.
The player is so important to his club, and he'll be very important to Egypt in this summer's World Cup.
Mahmoud Ahmed Ibrahim Hassan with the second goal. It is now time to hear the words of Carlos Carvajal, the current Swansea manager and former Besiktas manager, as he talks about the high competition level of the Turkish Super League.
You just understand how much is amazing and enthusiastic the Turkish championship when we was involved there, because the people abroad don't know about how much is the passion, how much is the difficult, very difficult to the managers, to the teams, because they have quality, they fight a lot. And the internal competition is amazing. You can see now to be champion, we have Besiktas, Galatasaray, Başakşehir, Fenerbahce. They can be champion, and we are with small difference with the points. To relegate is very difficult also. To achieve the Europe competition is very difficult also. And the energy that you can feel is something that you can't explain with words what you feel.
Great stuff there by Carlos Carvajal. And we have more great stuff coming up after the break as Kayserispor took on Fenerbahce. The Turkish Super League highlight show continues here on beIN Sports after the break. It is time now to focus on the matchup between Kayserispor, a team looking to challenge for Europa League spot, against the squad I like to call them Fenerbahce. At the Kadir Has-Şehir Stadium in Kayseri, it's Kayserispor versus Fenerbahce, and early on it's Fenerbahce in those road green kits getting the goal thanks to Bobby Soldier.
This would be utter capitulation from Kayserispor, very surprisingly. And here their high line proving suicidal.
Yeah.
Bobby Soldier with enough time to pick a spot and getting it past the keeper.
Well, his birth certificate says Roberto Soldado, but we call him Bobby Soldier. Another goal for Fenerbahce, this one a lot more attractive.
A golazo from Chaichu would probably be the best of the round had we not seen the one from Kushka.
Yeah.
In Portugal, you say vai buscar when you can't reach a ball like that.
Okay. Vai buscar?
Vai buscar.
Okay, I got to remember that. Ooh, how about this slick little back heel here to set up Soldado? Well, first you don't succeed, you got to try again.
And unfortunately, Giuliano will not get the assist for that pass. But just too easy. Look at all that space. The defenders not pushing up fast enough. And maybe that should have been saved.
3-0 at halftime. 5 goals scored between both of these teams in their last 2 home games, the last 2 times they've played at this stadium. Why do I say that? Because I think we're headed for another 5 goals. Şener Özbayrakli with the 4th goal for Fenerbahce.
The right back attacking the half space, and Nabil Dirar finding him. And again, too easy past the goalkeeper, Vedat Karakus, who was replacing Silvio Lung Jr., who's been very good this season.
Şener Özbayrakli with the 4th goal for Fenerbahce. I just mentioned that stat about 5 goals between these 2 teams. There it is. All 5 for Fenerbahce. Giuliano getting into the mix.
The Brazilian with a perfectly weighted through ball to the Moroccan. He follows up his pass, and Dirar rewards him with the run and hands him a goal.
So 5 goals scored between both of those teams at the Kadir Has-Şehir in the last 3 times they played at that stadium. All right, round 27 results. What stands out for you, Eric?
Statement game from Fenerbahce, trouncing a good team away from home, and Başakşehir overturning a deficit to keep pace with Galatasaray.
All 5 Istanbul teams winning in round 27. We look at the standings. 6 points separating Fenerbahce from Galatasaray. Fenerbahce not out of the title race quite yet.
Yeah, we can't count them out. Anything can happen in this league, as we've seen all year.
We've seen all the action from round 27. Now it's time to point out the best of round 27 with my boy, Bruno Santos.
Welcome to the best of the round 27. Best match this week. Akhisar 1, Istanbul Başakşehir 2. Trying to keep up in the title race, Istanbul completed a come-from-behind win after goals by Elia and Edin Vişka to stay 1 point behind league leaders Galatasaray. Goalkeeper shine. Best save of the round goes to Tolgan Akar of Sivasspor, who flew like an eagle to stop Osman's shot. Well done, Tolgahan. The MVP of the round is none other than Fenerbahce's Roberto Soldado. 2 goals and 1 assist against Kayserispor. The Spaniard now has 5 goals and 2 assists this season as the Yellow Canaries continue their title chase. The best goal of the week is, well, there's no doubt, Juraj Kushka of Trabzonspor gave us this wonder goal against Galatasaray. Yes, from midfield. Wow, definitely worth another look on the replay. And the best celebration goes to Deniz Kada. He was trying really hard to make sure that everyone knew his name, and guess what, Deniz? We got it. Kada it is. This has been the best of the round for beIN Sports. Bruno Santos.
Thank you very much, Bruno Santos. Great work as usual. Let's take a look at the best 11. 3 in the back, Eric. What stands out for you? What do you see here?
Well, one of the big results was Kasim Pasa winning away at Kostepe. So standout performance from Ramazan Koz and an important goal from Vaisel Sari. And arguably the most important player for Besiktas here is Eden Viska, who scored a goal, the winning goal, as we saw in the game. And Roberto Soldado, back to the goals, always a good sign for Fenerbahce.
Round 28 here on beIN Sports, Monday, April 9th, as Galatasaray taking on Gençlerbirliği.
Gençlerbirliği fighting for Super League survival against the favorite this season.
So the title race in Turkey continues to get more and more intense. Looking forward to seeing what happens with round 28. And of course, we'll have it for you here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show. A show that I like to watch every weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It is The Extra with Kevin Egan and the crew. So many great special features and much more on The Extra every weeknight, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And then after The Extra on Monday nights and Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. in the East, 4:30 p.m. in the West, it is The Locker Room, the best football debate show on the planet. I am George DeMatteis, and thank you very much for watching this presentation of Round 27 recap of the Turkish Super League Highlight Show on beIN Sports. Barış.